What's up guys, Nexi here, back with another video, and today we're gonna review the new 4K ultra short throw laser projector from Xiaomi, and we're gonna compare it to the first 1080p model. Stay tuned! Back in 2017, I reviewed the first generation of this ultra short throw laser projector from Xiaomi, which had very impressive image quality for 1080p resolution. This new 4K model, like the old one, has some very nice features as well. It's capable to produce screen up to 150 inches from a very short distance. It has 3D, HDR, 3000:1 native contrast, ALPD 3.0 cinema class laser technology, high fidelity audio speakers, and what comes even more impressive is the lifespan of the laser, which is over 25,000 hours or 17 years if you use this projector 4 hours every day. Now, at the beginning of this year, Xiaomi introduced and a few months later released the new model for 2019, which instead of 1080p now comes in 4K resolution, which is a big jump in picture quality. Since the first model that I still have works so well for the past 18 months, I decided to get the new 4K model and upgrade the visual experience. As soon as projector was open for pre-order on the Banggood website, I ordered it. Price for the new 4K model was just over $2,000 with the free shipping included. Now you might think that $2,000 is a lot for 4K laser projector, but when you compare it with the other 4K laser projectors with the same specs from well-known companies like the Sony or Dell, which cost more than double, then this projector starts to make a lot more sense. 3 weeks later after my pre-order, I received the package and it was well secured in a shipping box. When you open a retail package, beside projector, you will get remote control, cloth, power cord, adapter, and the manual in Chinese, since this projector that I order is for Chinese market. International version will come later on, just like that was the case with the first 1080p model. The new 4K model now comes in matte black instead of glossy white, which I do like. In terms of physical size and shape, beside color difference, it's identical to the old model. It also comes with the same Bluetooth remote control, only this time in a matte black color. On the top of the projector you will find the same infrared eye protector sensors and the laser lens. On the front side under the metal grille you will find the same hi-fi audio setup with the two high-range and the two full-range high-fidelity audio speakers. These speakers sound crystal clear and loud, and you will be surprised how good the sound is on these projectors. On the right side of the projector there is an air intake grille, adjusting feet knob and USB 2.0. On the left side there is an air exhaust grille and the left feet adjusting knob. On the back of projector you will find the same 3 HDMI version 2.0 ports, USB 3.0, audio out, audio video out, optical out, LAN internet, and the AC socket. In terms of connectivity and the internal hardware specs, both models share the same CPU, RAM, GPU, and internal memory. They both share the same dual-band 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth 4.0. In terms of software, both projectors have the same Android version and Mi TV user experience. Only this time you can easily change the language to the English without installing extra setup app that was necessary on the previous model. Not everything will be in English, since this projector is for Chinese market and there is some pre-installed Chinese apps, but all setup menu, as well all system apps, are in English now, which is great. Keep in mind also that there is no Play Store pre-installed and you have to manually download and install the apps. Performance in a user interface are super snappy on both models and there is no lag. In terms of resolution, which is why that I decided to upgrade my 1080p model in the first place, on the new 4K model it says 3840 by 2160, which matches the 4K resolution. And on the older model it says 1080p. As soon when I turn on my 4K projector, I could tell right away that the picture was definitely sharper and more clear. Beside clear picture, I also noticed that the new 4K projector has much brighter image, so I decided to somehow test it and I came up with this. First, I measure and mark exactly 100 inch of screen on the wall. Then I place projector on the right place to match that screen and I open the white test image. Then I use the light meter or the lux meter and I take measurements exactly from the center of the screen. And just as I thought, the new 4K model has more brighter output. 1080p model produce 1612 lux and the new 4K model produced 2058 lux, which is around 27% increase in a brightness output, a very noticeable difference. Next, I test the noise level on the 4K model, and it's slightly higher compared to the previous one. I got around 2 dB increase on my dB meter, showing 34 dB on the new 4K model, which is still pretty quiet. Next, I test power consumption with a watt meter. On the new 4K projector, it shows 280 watt, which is around 60 watt more than on the 1080p model, which makes sense as the new projector pushes almost 30% more brighter image and the 4K resolution. As for the temperature difference, the 4K model produces a bit warmer air on the exhaust grill, which makes sense as it has the higher output and the higher airflow. And now we are coming to the main event, and that is a comparison in a picture quality. Here you can see the 4K video samples played on both projectors that I record in a 4K using my Sony a6500 camera mounted on a tripod. Lights was off and the picture settings on the both projectors are set on default and the light output are set on high. Projected screen is 100 inch, as I have no place to go bigger. Picture that you can see on the left is from 1080p model and on the right is from 4K model. For me personally, 4K projector wins this race as it has more clear, sharper image with more details. When you're looking in a person, picture quality on a 4K model is very noticeable, and when you're starting to go bigger to 120 or 150 inch screen, the difference between 1080p and the 4K will be much greater. Of course, depending on the type of your device from which you watch this video, you might not be able to see too much of a difference, especially if you watch on the small 1080p smartphone screen. In terms of contrast and color, I will leave you guys to be the judge. For me personally, I more prefer image on a new 4K model. What comes even more interesting is that the both projectors use the same 1080p DMD chip from the Texas Instruments, according to the official Xiaomi website. When I found spec sheet for this DMD chip, or digital micro mirror device, it turns out that the new 4K projector used a special technology to shift this 1080p DMD chip in 4 ways at high frequency, usually at 240 Hz, and that create 8.3 million pixels, which is required for 4K resolution certificate. This awesome technology in fact brings down manufacturer costs significantly, which makes 4K projectors much more affordable to the public. Well, that will explain only 20% increase in the price compared to the 1080p model. Well guys, I think the new 4K laser projector is a clear winner as far as I'm concerned, and it's well worth that 20% price increase. I also purchased a special 100 inch UST screen, which are designed specifically for the laser projector like this one, and it should block ambience and daylight, and I should receive it in the next week or two. So I'm looking forward to make another video very soon and compare picture quality with and without the screen. Alright guys, I hope that you liked this video and found it useful. If you'd like to order this 4K projector, check links in the video description. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching and I see you next time. Bye bye.